Here's the budget breakdown of a 32-year-old who lives comfortably on $60,000 a year in New York City. This story is part of CNBC Make It series, which profiles people across the US and details how they earn, spend, and give away their money. Fallon Schwarak tried to quit dancing. She went to college, she accepted you, and fell back in love with dancing. Schwarak first learned to dance when she was just 3 years old and, after graduating from high school in Salt Lake City, she spent a year dancing professionally for a local ballet company. After getting pulled, in 2016, one day before her 30th birthday, Schwarak moved to New York City to try and dance professionally. She works as a now 32, she's still building her career, but, she says, she's able to live very. Although dance is Schwarak's passion, she acknowledges that it's. For one thing, the competition is fierce when. And when Schwarak does land a job, it's both short-term and means taking a pay cut. Even. Most of Schwarak's contracts have lasted around 2 months and paid between $350 and $500 per week. Because when she's not dancing, Schwarak works at the restaurant Tony's de Napoli, where she earns around $60,000 a year. In a typical week, she takes home about $1,100 between her wages and tips, though that number can fluctuate. Although she normally brings in between $250 and $300 a night, she has earned up to $800 on particularly busy days. The holiday season, Schwarak doesn't want to work at a restaurant forever, but for now she's grateful for the position. Dance. And, despite the competition and low pay, she says moving to the city to try to be a dancer was the right choice. Here's a breakdown of everything Schwarak spends in a typical month. Rent $920. Schwarak splits a 3-bedroom apartment in Upper Manhattan with 2 roommates. 1. Schwarak's serving job allows her to keep her grocery bill low because she gets to eat for free during her shifts. Schwarak purchases an unlimited monthly Metro card for $121, which grants her limitless access to New York's subway and bus systems. She tries to take 2 of Schwarak's biggest monthly expenses are her dancing and singing lessons, on which she spends around $250 and $220 a month, respectively. Although the classes can be costly, for Schwarak, they're a worthwhile investment in her career. However, food, litter, and treats for her 12-year-old cat, Cease, cost Schwarak around $30 a month. But Cease is worth it. Schwarak's biggest regular splurge is her Starbucks habit, which costs her around $100 a month. She also spends around $30 on crafts, including cross-stitch kits and painting supplies, and she budgets $300 for miscellaneous entertainment, such as meals or drinks out with friends. Schwarak attended a state college in Utah that only cost around $8,000 total, for all 4 years. She held jobs, but she wasn't always in the black. While she was still living in Utah, an unexpected illness saddled Schwarak with about $6,000 in medical debt. So during her after ringing in the new year, now, she keeps $5,000 in checking and another $10,000 in savings. To prevent herself, Schwarak doesn't put a set amount into savings each month. Instead, she also tries to put away a portion of every paycheck to cover taxes. The restaurant does take taxes out of Schwarak's hourly wage. Still, CNBC Make It asked Pamela Capelat, a certified financial planner and the founder of, to comment on what Schwarak is doing well and how she could improve. Here are her thoughts. Schwarak says that she wants to get better at managing her money and start saving for retirement. In order to know, she should not only keep track of where each dollar goes but how she feels about each expense, Kapalad at C. If Shwarak decides that wants to save more, she should determine which of her expenses make her happiest and which she can live without. She might find, once Shwarak figures out how much she's able to save each month, she can go ahead and automate that payment so she doesn't even have to think about it. Not only will it that's Kapalad shrugs off Shwarak's caffeine habit. Since Shwarak is able to buy coffee while also putting money into savings and staying debt-free, there's no immediate reason she needs to cut that expense. If Shwarak wants to begin saving for the future but isn't sure where to start, that's okay. For millennials earning less than $100,000, Kapalad typically recommends a Roth because, with a Roth, you're paying taxes on the money now. Race, how she explains the difference with a traditional IRA, you get the tax deduction when you put the money in. Say you contribute. Roth IRAs work in the opposite way. If you put however, Shwarak should still do her own research and decide which option makes the most sense for her situation. As far as where to find cash to contribute, Kapalad says Shwarak is in a good place with her liquid savings and could probably use some of that money to start a retirement account. Based on Shwarak, that means that, unless Shwarak wants to have closer to 6 months' worth of expenses in savings or has other financial goals she'll need cash for in the next few years, she can safely start putting the $150 or so she saves each month into an IRA instead. As Kapalad puts, additionally, once Shwarak sets up an IRA, she should make sure she enlists a beneficiary for the account. While it's great that Shwarak already has so much in liquid savings, she can take it a step further by moving the money into such as the ones offered by online banks like Ally. Many high-yield savings accounts are currently offering rates of 2% or more. In 2018, when Shwarak was 18 and got her first credit card, she racked up a balance and had to have her mom bail her out, she says. Since then, Kapalad applauds her for figuring out a system that works for her. What's your budget breakdown? Share your story.
Raindrop, truck top, smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.